Yeah. Hello, Simplifiers. How are you doing? Diana Simplifies here. Hope everybody's doing well. Today, we're going to be embarking upon 10 Minutes Better. This is our monthly collaboration with Melinda from Melinda Plain and Simple. We have just celebrated our 1 year anniversary last month, and I don't think I realized it was our 1 year anniversary, so I did not acknowledge it in my last video, I don't think. So I want to go ahead and acknowledge that now. Congratulations, Melinda, to a wonderful year in 2022 of decluttering and cleaning our spaces and whatever that we all chose to do here on 10 Minutes Better. So I just wanted to congratulate her once again. So what we're going to be tackling today, this is a monthly collaboration. We do this the first Friday of every month. And what I'm going to be tackling today is my antique desk. It is the area in the family room where I sit and do my computer work, my editing for my channel, or sometimes I have to work on my mileage for my cleaning business. So that's about all I do there. I don't really use the computer very often. I like my iPad, which I'm using right now. So anyway, that space gets a little messy, but also I realized when I was getting into the nooks and crannies during the October declutter and also during the January declutter that I had never gone through my desk. So I opened the drawer a few days ago. I was like, this is going to be a good thing to do for the month of March. So we're marching around the house. That is our theme for this month. So I'm just going to be marching to my desk, and we'll be going through a few things there. But I also want to deep clean the desk because it is an antique. So I do like to, every once in a while, not very often, I always dry dust, but every once in a while, I like to use a little lemon oil, which is the only thing you'll ever see me using on my furniture. I have this thing behind me. It's not an antique, so you could use anything on that, but I have a lot of antiques and old furniture that's maybe not always antique, but is old, something that I love and care about. So for those pieces especially, I only use lemon oil on those pieces. So I'm going to be working with my lemon oil today. So I hope that you will come along with me as I march around the house to my desk. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, I'm back. I've got my tools here. I've got the Old English. I'm going to use this. I'm going to dry dust this first. It's very dusty. I happen to be sitting right next to a cat box. We have cat boxes everywhere here because we have so many cats. I'm going to dry dust first, then I'm going to use this. And so I always use lint-free cloth, so that's what this is. When I start using the oil, and then this is the scratch, this is my old scratch cover. This is what it looks like. It may even look different now, but this is what it looks like more recently. I'm going to try to use this one up, you know, before I think I've used this one before, but I need to use this up and get rid of it. Okay, so I'm going to use this cloth with the oil and the scratch cover because you can see it's already discolored. I don't want to use my nice cloth that's not discolored with this stuff because then it will be discolored. So I'm going to use an old cloth that's discolored. This is also lint-free. Now, anytime you're using chemicals, you want to use some sort of glove, whether it's a dishwashing glove. If you don't like that, then use a disposable glove, which is what I'm going to use. Hello, Cricket. Good to see you. There she is. And she loves to hear me talk. I don't know why. If you can't handle either type of glove, please use something. This is a food service glove. You don't want to be using chemicals on your skin. You want your skin covered. You know, it's bad enough for breathing these things in. We don't want this on our skin coming into our bloodstream. So, you know, if you can't handle any of those gloves, then use a food service glove. These are just harder to deal with because they're so large. But so I'm clearly not going to be using a food service glove myself. I'm going to use this. So, Cricket, you're going to get down, baby girl. Okay, so I'm going to put this is just my usual disposable glove that I use at work. All right, say hello to everybody and let's get on down. I've got a few things I need to declutter off of this desk. So I got my my Christmas trash can. So this is a piece of candy. I'm gonna eat that, so I'm not getting rid of that yet. I sit here and eat candy sometimes. I've got some just trash. I think this is something for my mom. I need to keep that. I need to keep that. Yeah, different business cards and stuff. So I need to keep this stuff. These, this right here are the checks that when I get paid, I put everything into, I put my little checks into here, and then I'm working on my taxes right now, so that's what all this stuff is. I'm just gonna move it so I can work. And then this is my weekly planner. So that's got all my mileage information. I keep up with my mileage for taxes for my cleaning business. Okay, and then I sit here and I take my supplements sometimes with water while I'm working. So I've got some supplements I need to find a place for, so all this stuff just needs to go away, find a place. This is my postal scale that I use, and it's usually sitting right here, but right now it's in my chair. And I got some Christmas lights I meant to put in the Christmas bins before they went up, but I forgot. I could probably just throw this away. Random cord, I have no idea what this cord is for. This can be thrown away. Nothing wrong with this light bulb. This pen actually belongs in my purse, and I'll put it back in there. A lot of times I'll put a cross over my litter box. There's a different cross over the litter box right now. It's just a way to ward off evil spirits with my cats. It's really me just being funny, but I just think it's funny to put a cross over their litter boxes. So, and then there's nothing wrong with this light bulb, so I need to find a place for this stuff. I was trying a different light bulb out in a lamp I've been using, and it got too hot, so I couldn't keep using that. And then this staple needs to go in here. Okay, I'm gonna just put this cord and stuff aside for just a sec. I also have papers shoved under here. Let me just look at this and see if there's anything we care about. Now, the only other thing I think I have, whoops, is a paper towel, but that's okay. I may use the paper towel to wipe up some of this excess. When you use the lemon oil and stuff, and especially the scratch cover, it really, it gets to be a lot. Okay. Sometimes it's too much. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use my first dry dusting cloth. I'm gonna use that. And this is very, very dusty, and I'll just throw something else on the floor. I guess that was just a piece of paper that needs to be thrown away. But this is very dusty. It's also scratched up. I'm still using a mouse pad because I don't want to scratch my nice desk, although I have actually scratched it anyway. Somebody the other day was talking about how there's no reason to give away a wired mouse because nobody uses those. So here I am with my wired mouse because that's the one that I'm comfortable with. I don't know. My husband has nicer ones, but I don't like them. So I just keep using my wired mouse. This is very dusty. This is my lamp I brought from the other room so we can see what we're doing. This isn't the normal lamp that sits here. And I'm really good at pushing my speakers off onto the floor because they barely have any room to sit here. So I don't want to drop them, so I'm just going to go ahead and place them down nicely because I'm really bad about dropping them. Surprised they're still working. You can see it's been a long time since I dusted over here. There's quite a bit of dust. I usually dust in here pretty often, but I don't know. I've kind of let it go lately. What can I say? I'm not sure I've done much in here since before Christmas, and now it's, it's February when I'm making this video, so. Okay, I do have my monitor sitting on this old placemat, so I'm just gonna, leave that sitting there. I just go under it. And I probably need to get a can of air and just blow, I can't get this off my, just blow the, blow the keyboard. I feel like that would probably help the keyboard just to blow it off. All right, so I'm gonna prop that up there right now because I'm about to get the lemon oil after this. Same with this. I think we can just prop that up, and then I've got a extra paper clip I don't really need. Okay, now I'm gonna put the lemon oil Old English. No, I mean, there's other brands. You don't have to be, you know, tied down to Old English. This one doesn't give me headaches. My mom had I think hers was like Formby's, which was like a guy that did furniture. And you don't need a lot, so I'm just gonna put that much on there for now. We'll see how it goes. But hers gave me a horrible headache. So I've noticed the Old English doesn't, so that's why I use it. And we're just gonna polish this up just like we just did, only this time we're polishing it with the lemon oil. It makes it look so much nicer. And I haven't done this in a long time, so it's just gonna soak right in. It makes the furniture very happy. You don't have to do it real often, but it is really good for your antiques, your really good wood furniture. If you have any good wood furniture, you don't want to be putting Pledge or any of these other brands on your good wood furniture. If you just have, you know, IKEA furniture or whatever, that's fine, but you don't ever want to put Pledge on your good furniture, okay? So if you have antiques, please don't do that to your antiques. It's, your antiques will not be happy. I grew up with antiques, and I can tell you, we've never had Pledge in our house. My parents went to estate sales. They had a lot of nice old furniture from family, and we never sprayed Pledge on anything growing up. So it's not necessary. It's just something else you're spraying around in the air that you don't need. At least with this, it's not a spray. You're not spraying it in the air and have all that around your pets and around your children and grandchildren. You just don't want all these chemicals around that. Okay, yeah, you can see this is where things really get dusty right here. So I'm going to dust these off. You can see all the stuff having to do with my computer there. Cricket takes these little opportunities when I'm in the middle of something to go harass Sunshine. So we have a gate there, so I just shut the gate so she can't go in there right now. This is soaking in quite a bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit more on here. I'm really an advocate for spraying around as little product as humanly possible. I just don't think it's good for us to be spraying all this, breathing it all in, and all that kind of stuff. So even if I thought Pledge was good for your furniture, I wouldn't recommend spraying it around just because of all the chemicals that are in it. So, you know, just be mindful of that. It's just not necessary. And like I said, your good old-fashioned furniture and antiques will thank you for not spraying that on them. It's not necessary, not good for it. They don't need it. All right, my desk is already happier. It's telling me it's feeling happier now. It's been needing a good dose of lemon oil. Okay, so I've got a few scratches on here. I'm not going to belabor the scratch cover point just because it'll take a while. And I also want to declutter this drawer while we're here. So I haven't been in this drawer in a long time. I looked at it the other day and I was like, wow, I haven't decluttered this drawer in years. So, if ever, really. Ooh, this tag is old. It's just falling off of it. Okay, so you can see that's just basically black, but you see how dark this is. Okay, I'm going to do a different side because that's got the oil all over it. So, and we're not going to need but just a little. We'll see how it goes before I start pouring a bunch more on here, but I'm just gonna rub it on. Not sure you can see much of a difference, but there was a spot. There's a little spot right here. There's a couple little spots right here. It looks like it filled in just a tad. So, like I said, I'm not going to belabor that because the desk doesn't look terrible. It's a very, very old desk. So, considering the age, it is looking really good, actually. Okay, so there's that. Get my, now I want to open this drawer and see what we have in here. I'm going to go ahead and take that off because it's got black stuff all over it. Okay, I have sticky notes here from many years ago. This is a little turtle one that I kept because I collect turtles. I will keep that. This is a Hawaii one that I think my parents gave me. 13 minutes, we're going a little long, so I'm gonna go really fast for this. This is extras. I'm gonna go ahead and give all these extras away. I'll keep the Hawaii ones in the little turtle one. So these will be a giveaway. You can see we have a mold problem here. That was the dryer. So let's see. Okay. These are just the envelopes that my thank you notes were in. So I still have my thank you notes. So more envelopes. They're all kind of brown. If you like, I'm doing old stuff. So let's see. This has my address on it because it's our house. But these are the cards the lady made us when we bought our house. The funny thing is this house in this picture looks like a cottage. And most of you know the house is larger than a cottage. But I have a friend, when I sent her this, she was like, oh, your house is so cute. Like, it's tiny. So, anyway, I'm not getting rid of those. Here's some more notes I can get rid of. Those. Oh, more to-do list. Nothing wrong with this. I used to work at Mass Mutual. So you see there's a Mass Mutual logo on there. That's from 1999 and prior, because that's when I worked there. This is also a nice little notepad. I haven't used this in years. It doesn't have a magnet for the fridge or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and part with that. Old picture frame. Let's see. Something with the Bible verse. I'm sure we did this in one of my little classes. It says, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. Genesis 1:31. So I'm going to go ahead and part with that. Okay, so that'll be trash. Let's see. I think these are the envelopes that go with these. Oh no, that's envelopes. What is this? I think that may be cards and envelopes here. Old envelopes. Great, something great to junk journal with because they already look old. So there's nothing wrong with them. They're just turned old from sitting in the store forever. I don't know what that is. Okay, and so here's my, all right, more old envelopes. Let's see what we have here. An old letter from a friend from years and years ago. That's got addresses, so I'm not going to show that. This, I think my grandmother gave me this paint by number thing when I was a kid. I don't think there's anything in here, so I can throw this away. Yeah, I'll throw that away. It's an old bookmark, Exxon. Throw that away. I'll keep that since my grandmother gave it to me. Let's see. Yeah, more note cards. I need to empty this stuff out and dust in here real quick. Let's see. Where'd my plain dust cloth go? Yes, I see all sorts of dust flying around. I'm sure you do too. I'm just going to dry dust in here. There's, the drawer looks fine other than the fact that it's super dusty. I'm going to start coughing here in a minute. But anyway, at least I've done a quick dust, a quick declutter, and I'm going to keep these note cards because, those are special to me. These old envelopes, don't really need, whoo, the dust just went flying off of that. Y'all see that? Dust Cloud Central there. These postcards, yeah, underneath there they look okay. I can give those away. The top looks yuck, but I can give those away. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna keep these little note cards in here, and there you go. I just basically put my little note cards that were special to me back in here. I think I can throw that away. I have no idea what it is. And now this is all dusty again. Should have decluttered that first, right? Learn from your mistakes. All right. I think a lot of this stuff's gonna go. Actually, this card that my friend sent me from 100 years ago, I'm gonna keep that because that was fun to read. All right, I'll leave that. Okay, so the rest of this, these old envelopes, I think I'll get rid of those. They look kind of gross. Okay. Thanks so much for being with me. Really appreciate it. Love you guys. See you next time here on 10 Minutes Better. Talk to you soon. Less people, more cats. Bye.
Yeah.